Good morning, afternoon, evening to all. My name's the Casual Capybara, and welcome back to another Casual Capybara Critique. And today, I'm talking about Glitch's latest cartoon pilot, GameOverse. Spearheaded by the Game Grumps' very own Ross O'Donovan, this show has been in development for a little over 10 years. You know what else was 10 years ago? 2016.
Dax, that was over 10 years ago!
What? Oh, no! Oh, yeah!
That makes me feel old saying that, and I'm only 25. But putting my sourness aside, let's talk about GameOverse. I guess I should give a jarring, poorly paced summary of the pilot so we can take a look under the hood. GameOverse follows Kit and her robot backpack Caboodle. She's a hero trying to save her home from a duo of big old baddies, which she does, but unexpectedly destroys her home in the process. As you see in the setting of GameOverse, this universe is a video game universe, where if a hero beats the game, unknowing to them, their world dies. Watching their home slowly dissolve into code, this guy, who looks like Alucard from Symphony of the Night, offers Kit and Caboodle a deal, which they take. And now they're on an intergalactic mission to survey game worlds, and if they have to, try to stop the heroes from beating the bad guys. Because if they do, they'll meet the same fate as Kit and Caboodle. In fact, that's what happened to their tag-along, Gobbles the Lernosaurus. Meanwhile, this group of intergalactic villains are out here to do the opposite. So when the heroes beat the villains, their worlds get destroyed, and these bad guys take advantage and do something. It's not clear what they do with the planets, but the show might elaborate later on. So that's the show's summary in a nutshell. Moving on to the visuals, they're really nice. The colors are vivid and pop, the character designs are good and varied, in more ways than one, and the art style's cool and distinct, and in my opinion looks better than Glitch's other 2D show, Knights of the Guinevere. The writing is fine. I like Kit and her whole dynamic of trying to save game worlds and not wanting to leave anyone behind, trying her hardest despite the universe being against her. Kind of reminds me of something like a mix of Samurai Jack and Invincible Fight Girl, which the latter I did a review on a long time ago. Hint, hint. My only issue I had with the pilot, I wish there was more Caboodle and his dynamic with Kit. For the pilot, he gets sucked out of the ship and pals around with the world's villain most of the runtime. As a gamer, I liked all the video game references. They didn't feel pace-breaking or anything. If it looks like I'm running out of things to say, I just don't really have that much to say. I mean, how much can I say I like a thing without sounding repetitive? It's kind of weird. I'm just in a weird state right now. It's just hard to explain. I did like GameOverse, but I just really find it hard to elaborate on, just what I like about it. I'm sure there's other people that are smarter than me that can figure out how to word it. In the end, I like GameOverse. It didn't wow me like some other people, but I still enjoyed it. I'm not gonna overreact like,
I just my pants!
But it's good, and apparently good enough to be Glitch's next big show, as it surpassed both Gaslight District and Knights of the Guinevere, which kind of pisses me off in my opinion. I love Gaslight District. So to Rubber Ross and the rest of the GameOverse development team, I wish you a hearty good luck. You're gonna need it within the fan base you'll accumulate. So now to close this, Rachel and Mandrake, to you, where's Mandrake, Rachel?
He's out working on his part of something big we've got in store for an upcoming review. You'll know what it is when you hear it.
Well, shit. Anything to close out with?
Just that I find it kind of funny how Jay Schlatt, who cancelled a cat, now does voice acting work in a cartoon where the main protagonist is an anthro cat.
A smarter YouTuber would follow that up with a joke. Bye.